Hello. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use library resources for your English 101 or 102 class. My name is Caroline Manny. I'm a librarian here at Midway University, and I am the librarian liaison for the English department and specifically for the English 101 and 102 classes. So if you ever have any questions while you're doing your research for your classes, for any of your classes, but definitely for English 101 and 102, you can contact me either via email at kmanny@midway.edu, or if you prefer to chat on the phone, my telephone number here in my office is 859-846-5868. So in this video, we'll look at the main library website, the library catalog, library databases, and research guides. We'll start out with the main library website. How do you get to the main library website, and why do you care? To get to the main library website, start out at www.midway.edu, Midway's homepage. Go to Quick Links, and about halfway down, you'll see Library. Click on Library. Once you get to the library homepage and see this lovely picture of Little Memorial Library on campus, if you scroll down, you'll find the yellow box, Library Services, is clickable. Click there to enter the library's webpage. This is the library's catalog. So, how do you use the library catalog? To use the library catalog, you can click on any of these three places, search articles, search books, or search everything, to search for the indicated objects. If I click on search articles and type in a keyword, like for example, deforestation, when I click find it, it will take me to articles that are owned by Midway on the topic of deforestation. When I see one that's interesting to me, I can click on View Full Text. It will ask me to log in. On this blue login page, you put in your full Midway email address and the password you used to get into your Midway email. And you click Login. It should only ask you to do that once per library session. Once you're logged in, it will take you to the article that you thought might be interesting. To see the actual article, you go over here to the left-hand side and you click on either HTML full text or PDF full text. What's the difference? Either one of them will give you the full text of the article. PDF will open up a PDF version of the article that you can save to your desktop to read later. HTML will open up a web page with the article. You can't save that to your desktop to look at it later, but HTML does have certain features such as the ability to translate the article automatically into another language. So if English isn't your native language, looking at it through HTML and translating into one of the available languages might be the best option for you. HTML also has the option to read the article out loud to you. So if you have any visual impairments, using the HTML version of the article might be the best way to go for you. Also, when you're on this page with the interesting article, you may notice over here on this side, you can save the article to your Google Drive if you have one. You can print it. You can email it to yourself. You can save it to your desktop or wherever you like to save things on your computer. And most interestingly, if you click Cite, it will take you to all the different citation styles, including the APA style. So this shows you how to cite this article in APA format. And you can just copy and paste this into your references section. So that's searching articles. If you're interested in seeing what books there are available on the topic that you're searching, like for example, again, deforestation, then you click Search Books and type deforestation under that box. And this gives me all the books that Midway holds on deforestation. If I click on the Midway University link under Held By, and it shows me the location of the book in the main stacks, that means that that book is available for physical checkout in the library. If I see a button that says View eBook, if I click on View eBook and am logged into the proxy, I can view the ebook immediately as a full-text PDF document. Lastly, let's look at Search Everything. If I click on Search Everything and type in my search term again, deforestation, then I am going to find all the articles and all the books on that topic. Generally speaking, I am searching by, my search results will return books first and then articles. Using any of these searches, if I want to limit my search in some way, I can do that over here on the left-hand side. So for example, I can see that when I searched everything for deforestation, I got 5,306 results. In that case, I check the checkbox next to ebooks, and that limits my results to the 127 ebooks that I have. A very important way to limit your results is by using the year limiter. I can limit my results to the last 5 years, which would be good for scientific topics, or by the last 10 years, which is good for more humanities topics like psychology or English, things like that. When I click on last 5 years, notice I go from 127 results for ebooks down to just 20 books that were written in the last 5 years. I can also enter a custom range of years in these blanks. So that's the general library catalog. What are library databases? A library database is a collection of materials that have been peer-reviewed and that are acceptable for academic research. What do I mean by peer-reviewed? The difference between peer-reviewed and not peer-reviewed is, for example, I, as a person, an individual, can publish anything I want on the web. I could write a blog on the web about education, but I don't have a degree in education, so I'm not an expert. That doesn't stop me from writing about education as if I were and publishing what I have to say on the internet. But if I tried to publish something in a peer-reviewed journal, then what I was trying to publish would be reviewed by a group of education, or whatever the subject was, professionals, people with degrees, people who were teachers usually, professors in that subject area. They review the article that I submit and they say, yes, this article is it's reliable. It uses a reliable research methodology. It comes to legitimate conclusions and so forth. So most of your professors are going to want you to use ultimately peer-reviewed articles and peer-reviewed books for your research. In order to be certain that you're getting acceptable articles for your professors, for your research papers in college, rather than just searching in Google, you want to search in the library databases. How do you find the library databases? Here on Little Memorial Library's website, underneath the general search box, you will find databases, A through Z. If you click on that link, it gives you a list of all the databases that Midway University subscribes to. The one that we recommend that you use for general research is Academic Search Complete. That's why it's up here at the top. It's the most general database, and it's a good starting place for any research. But then you'll notice that these databases have descriptions underneath them that tell you what sort of things you can find in there. So if you're doing a paper on deforestation, Agricola might be a good journal or a good database for you because it contains stuff on agriculture, and that might be related to deforestation. But for example, CINAHL, which is a healthcare, primarily nursing database, that probably wouldn't be the database for you. So when you're trying to decide which database of these 53 that the Midway University subscribes to you should use, have a look at these descriptions, and that will help you. What are research guides? Because we recognize that this list of 53 databases can be a little bit intimidating, Midway University librarians have created research guides to help you select which databases will be best for the research that you're doing. How do you find the research guides? Again, on Little Memorial Library's main webpage, you go down to Research Guides. When you click on that, you're taken to a list of subject guides. There's one here for every major in the university, and they all have the same format. So if you are a criminal justice major and you're doing research on criminal justice, you click on the criminal justice research guide, and you'll see all of these different options to find news, to find websites, to find video, articles, ebooks, and books to help you do criminal justice research. Now, since this video is for English 101 and 102, the subject guide, the research guide that I want to show you guys is English 101, 102. So let's go ahead and click on that. When we click on that, first of all, you'll see the first link on the left is websites. For the English 101 and 102 research guide, the best bets websites are the Purdue OWL for the online writing lab, which will help you with your writing, and also some links on college composition and communication, and a link called ProCon, which is a source for pros and cons of current issues, which is a common writing topic that you will be faced with in English 101 and 102. So we thought those would be valuable websites. We also provide you with links to dictionaries, to Grammarly, which is our Midway University subscription service. You guys can sign up with that using your Midway University email account. We have it for you for free, and you will upload your paper into Grammarly, and it will help you with your grammar, and also to make sure that you haven't plagiarized. There's a plagiarism checker on there too. And for more information about how to register for Grammarly, you just go to this document right here. Also under helpful websites for 101 and 102, we have a variety of websites that will give you writing tips on the different types of essays that you might find yourself writing in English 101 and 102. And then we also have some various sources for general statistics, because you'll find in all your papers in college, you're going to have to find data to back up what you say. So for example, if you say something like there is a lot of deforestation, you can't just say a lot of deforestation. That's too inspecific. You have to come up with a statistic that says something like 32% of North America's native forests have been removed, something like that. So these links here will take you to good sources for general statistics. So those websites, and in any research guide, the websites found under the Find Websites link, These are websites that have been approved by professors and librarians here at Midway to be reliable sources. So you can count on those to give you data that is something that your professors will accept. The next link you'll find in any research guide is Find Video. That will take you to Ambrose Digital Video and to Culture Unplugged. These are both sources of scholarly videos that would be, again, reliable sources of information that you could cite in your papers. For English 101, Culture Unplugged is particularly useful because it provides documentary videos on a lot of controversial topics that you might find yourself writing about in an English 101 or 102 paper. The next link in any research guide is Find Articles. This is where we will help you figure out which databases are best for the subject that you're researching. For English 101 and 102, the first database that I want to point out to you guys is Topic Search. If we open up Topic Search, you'll find this search page. Most of our databases have a page that looks like this as their search page. At the top, there is a place where you can type in your term, and you can do that under Topic Search too. So if you've already got a topic that you've picked out, like deforestation, you can type deforestation in up here and click search, and that'll return articles and websites and other reliable sources on that topic. But the reason we have Topic Search as the top database for English 101 and 102 is Topic Search is specifically designed to help 101 and 102 students choose a topic. So if you don't have a topic chosen yet, you don't have anything that you want to type here, you can scroll down a little bit and try to get ideas from the current events and the topics drop downs. So under current events, for example, if you scroll through, you see topics of education reform, election hacking, migration, natural disasters, events that are going on across the world, terrorism, WikiLeaks and the Zika virus are still in there. So you might get ideas from the current events list. Under topics, you'll see a list of really common English 101 and 102 topics that students tend to write on. For example, abortion, animal testing, bullying, criminal justice topics, environmental topics, gun control. What happens if I click on one of the topics under topics or under current events? If I highlight that and then click search, it will bring up all of the articles on that topic. So in this example, I clicked on gun control. So I get articles called Holster It Right, Gun Range Tragedies, Killed My Son, Fight Over Guns in America, etc. If I want to see one of these articles, just like in the regular catalog search, I can click on either HTML or PDF full text and get the same features that I described before. And just like in the regular catalog search, I can limit my search over here on the left-hand side to things that I can get only in full text, or by a date range. So if I want only things within the last 5 years, I can slide that over. Or I can limit my search to things that are just in magazines, just in newspapers, just in opinion pieces. If I click Show More, I sometimes get some more options over there. So suppose I just wanted to see things in magazines. If I click that, that'll give me just the results that are in magazines, that are in my date range, and that are full text. So topic search is a really great way to start generating ideas for topics to write about. These other databases here under Find Scholarly Articles are the databases that would probably be best for you to use for your English 101 and 102 research, in addition to topic search. So, as I said before, Academic Search Complete is always your go-to. We also have 2 databases that search just for newspaper articles. Then we have Britannica Academic, which is an encyclopedia, and Funk and Wagnall's New World Encyclopedia. If I choose one of these, again, I see this familiar search area, and if my topic is deforestation, I type that up there, click search, and I see that I get 8,000 articles on deforestation. I can limit that to full text over here. That brings me down to 3,000 articles. Full text just means something that I can read right away. I can limit by year, which again is really important. Right now it's showing me everything from 1952 to 2018. Those 1952 articles are too old. I want to bring that up to at least 2008. So I just move that slider. And then in this particular database, I can limit to academic, or in other words, peer-reviewed journals, or to magazines. So let's just say magazines are good enough for my profession. And so now I'm down from 8,000 results to 425. That's a whole lot better. And then what I do is I just look through here for articles that seem interesting. I can read a little bit of the description of them. This article discusses the alarming rate of increase of deforestation. And if I'm interested in that, I just click on full text, either HTML or PDF. Now, one last thing I want to show you guys. What if there is a great article? Like, what if you look at this one and you say, man, that would be the perfect article for me, but I don't see an HTML full text or a PDF full text. It just says request via interlibrary loan. What do? Well, just go ahead and click that button, request via interlibrary loan. The only thing you have to put in here is your email, as your name and your email address. It fills everything else in for me. Then you just click submit. That email requesting that article comes to me. When I get it, one of 2 things is going to happen. Sometimes I can find it in my immediate sources, which means I can send it right back to you 5 minutes later. Worst case scenario, I have to request it from another library. That can take anywhere from 4 days to 7 days, but I can still almost always get it for you. So if you see the perfect article, but you can't get it immediately in full text, don't hesitate to click that request via interlibrary loan. Let me try to get it for you. Here's the last thing that I want to say to you guys. I can sit here and show you guys databases, library databases all day long. But the fact is I know a lot of you guys, despite the fact that these library databases are going to give you reliable information, you're still going to go to the good old standby Google. Let me give you a hint. If you have to use Google, instead of just using Google, instead use scholar.google.com. Scholar.google.com looks a whole lot like regular Google. You can tell you're in the right place because it'll say Google Scholar instead of just Google. But what this is going to give you is it's going to give you peer-reviewed articles or case law if you're in criminal justice, so that you're getting more reliable stuff than you would get from just straight up Google. So again, if I go back and put in deforestation as my search term in Google Scholar, these are scholarly journals. If I see HTML or better still PDF over here, and I click on that, then it takes me to the actual article. And I can look at the article and see, for example, they'll all be labeled either on the bottom of the page or sometimes on the side where the article is from. This article is from Science, which is a trade journal for scientists. So this is probably a fairly reliable article. So that one might be useful. So if you see these links over here, that means you can get it automatically. But let's go find one that that doesn't have one of those links over there, like this one. Suppose that this book is just perfect. It's exactly what you need. But when you click on it, click on the link here, since it doesn't have a link out here to the side, it's just going to take you to some place that offers you the opportunity to buy that book. See here it says buy instant access. Now we all know that you guys don't want to buy books for research. So what can you do? Just copy this information, the title and the author. Copy that into an email, just like that. And send that email to library@midway.edu. Library@midway.edu. And then you can put in a title if you want to, or a subject if you want to, article request. That's the same as clicking the interlibrary loan button in a database. If you send me the title of the article or the book that you want and the author of that article or book, and you send that to library@midway.edu, then that requests it, and I can use my sources and email it back to you by replying to that email. So my point here was, if you're going to search in Google and not one of the library databases, at least use Scholar. And don't forget that you can still request interlibrary loans when you're searching this way by sending the title and the author to library@midway.edu. Remember, if you ever need any help with your research, don't hesitate to contact me at Caroline at kmanny@midway.edu or at my office telephone number.